Once there was love, a bond so deep, so profound, that it seemed eternal. It wasn't just a connection, it was a part of their very existence. Colours were brighter, words carried deeper meaning, and every moment together felt like a treasure. But as with many things in life, nothing lasts forever. The bond fractured. At first there was confusion, then pain, and eventually the unthinkable happened. The love that once brought so much joy began to transform. Slowly, it turned into something darker, something more consuming. Hatred. Hatred so fierce, it didn't just sever the connection. It left scars on everything it touched. Every colour, every word, every memory once cherished together became unbearable. Even the sight of familiar places, the sound of certain songs, or the smell of a favourite dish, everything became tainted. But why? Why do we hate the memories? Memories are innocent. The Stoics, ancient seekers of wisdom, taught us to look inward for answers. They believed emotions like love and hatred do not come from the external world but from within us, rooted in our judgments, shaped by our attachments. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "It's not things that disturb us, but our opinions about them." This teaching is profound because it challenges us to see our emotions not as inevitable reactions but as choices. Choices shaped by how we interpret the events in our lives. Hatred doesn't come from the memory itself. It arises because we interpret that memory as painful, as a reminder of something lost, something we can no longer have. And so, the memory becomes unbearable. When love turns to hatred, it feels unstoppable. It consumes our thoughts, our actions, and even our sense of self. But is hatred truly stronger? Or is it simply a reaction, a raw, untrained response to our pain? The Stoics remind us that emotions are not enemies, but neither are they masters. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the colour of its thoughts." What this means is simple yet profound. The way we think shapes the way we feel. If we allow our thoughts to be dominated by anger, bitterness, and resentment, then our soul, the essence of who we are, becomes stained by those emotions. But it doesn't have to be this way. Hatred, like any emotion, can be understood, managed, and ultimately transformed. Memories are like autumn leaves. They fall, they fade, they gather in quiet corners of our minds. They are neither inherently good nor bad. They simply exist. It is we who give them meaning. It is we who decide whether they bring us pain or peace. Hatred arises when we resist those memories, when we wish they were something else, when we see them not as reminders of beauty, but as symbols of loss. We begin to suffer. But the Stoics offered a different path. They called it amor fati, the love of fate, to embrace everything that happens to us, including the painful memories, for they are part of the journey that shapes who we are. What if we could look at those memories not with anger, but with gratitude? Gratitude for the love we once had, for the moments of joy, for the lessons learned. To heal, we must confront an uncomfortable truth. The hatred we feel toward memories is not really about the memories themselves. It is a reflection of unresolved longing, a longing for what was or what could have been. We suffer because we resist what is already gone, holding on to the hope of changing the unchangeable. The Stoics teach us to let go, not with bitterness, but with grace. Acceptance is not about forgetting, it's about understanding. Understanding that the past cannot hurt us unless we let it. So what if, instead of resisting, we embraced the memories? What if we allowed them to simply exist without judgment? What if we saw them as teachers, not tormentors? Memories are innocent. They only hold the power we give them. They don't cling to us, we cling to them. And in our clinging, we create our own suffering. The Stoics remind us, acceptance over resistance, understanding over hatred. When we begin to see this, we start to free ourselves, not from the memories, but from the chains we've wrapped around them. Because hatred may feel stronger, but perhaps it's just love, misunderstood. A love so deep, so powerful, that when it was wounded, it didn't know how to be anything else. And so, the next time you feel consumed by the weight of a memory, pause, breathe. Ask yourself, what power am I giving this moment from the past? Is it serving me, or am I serving it? Because in the end, we are not defined by what happens to us. We are defined by how we choose to respond. What do you think? How do you deal with painful memories? Can the wisdom of Stoicism help you find peace? Reflect on this, and if this message resonates with you, share your thoughts, your journey, your reflections. Let us grow together in understanding.